So just while we're on the roll here of success stories, and just, you know, one of the things that we pride ourselves on at Beachbody is that we don't do touch-ups, right? We don't.
Right, no.
We don't. When you see a photo, that really happened.
Yes.
But just in case there are the skeptics out there that don't believe us, that think that we're doing some trickery, we asked some people to come in the flesh.
Yes, we did.
And join us. So Dion, Keith, why don't you guys come on in here for a second.
Come on.
Look at these studs.
I'll clap for you guys.
Look at these studs.
Dion.
Otto. How are you?
up?
Good to see you.
Keith.
What's up?
I'm sneaking under. Oh, how are you?
How are you, buddy?
Good.
So all right. So we've heard
guys
it from
coordinate?
her.
The blue.
Right. We
plan that?
heard from her, and we've made it sound like it's a piece of cake and easy, you know, the simple solution, simple eating plan, simple workouts equals results. So there's the equal results sign right there. And I guess, is there any way that we can work the thing to show the before photo on the screen? Maybe we can start with, I think Keith's photo might be first. Check out this dude.
Keith, killing it.
Nice.
Now wait a minute.
7 pounds.
That's actually it's more than that, isn't
Yeah,
it now?
I'm at 106.
He's at 106 now.
now.
So I have to say, Keith was an early employee here. Like, Keith was actually one of the first guys on the Team Beachbody team when long before, you know, long ago, right when we launched the network, and you were like twice the size. I won't say you were twice the guy, because you're probably 3 times the guy now in terms of happiness and living life. But Keith, tell us about your experience of going through the 21-Day Fix program.
Oh man, it was incredible. I mean, it started pretty hard. I mean, it's the second day I was ready to quit. Second day. The first day seemed like it was okay, but that second day after I was sore and all of that, like just completely fatigued.
So it's a simple workout,
No.
not necessarily an easy workout.
It's not an easy workout, not at all by any means. So yeah, it was pretty like, you know, life changing, really, to kind of go through that whole process. And 106 pounds later, it's crazy.
And it's been, how many rounds have you done? 10 rounds?
I did 11 rounds.
11 rounds. So it's been almost 300 days that you've been doing it, and it doesn't get old?
No, it doesn't get old. It doesn't get old. I did the upper body workout the other day. Still got just as sore. Still got just as fatigued. So it's even 11 rounds later, it's still just as effective.
Now, what I want to say really quick is, obviously, when Keith, because we're getting this question a lot, when Keith started, just Dion too, you know, you bad knees, bad back, things like that. We have modifiers in every single workout. So whether you've been working out for a year or 2 years, your whole life, or you have not worked out in your whole life, anybody can do the program. But if you are an athlete or you have been doing it and you have built that strength, you can still keep going. It's just how far and how hard you're willing to push yourself in that workout.
It's true.
So Dion, what's your story?
So with the 21-Day Fix, I did 10 rounds, and in 10 rounds, I lost 111 pounds.
Look at that.
Today,
Incredible.
today I'm at 115. So today I'm at 115 pounds lost, and everything they're saying is absolutely true. I'm a living, walking testimony, Michael. I'm telling you.
So you believe in it?
Oh, I believe it. I believe it. Sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, yeah, who is that? Oh, that's me? You know, so I get confused sometimes because it's just hard, man. It's hard to process that amount of weight in such a short amount of time.
So you were a big guy before you started?
Oh, yeah.
And had you always been a big guy?
Been a big guy my entire life. Always been the big kid. Always been the guy that everybody thought they should pick on. It didn't always work out for them that way, but
Right.
yeah, they thought they should.
So why did this work? Like of all those things, you spent your life, I'm sure you tried other things.
Yeah.
Why did this work for you when other things didn't?
You know what? I ask myself that all the time because I tried so many different diets and so many other types of exercise curriculums, getting a trainer, going to the gym, go to the treadmill, put it on 10, put it on 14, walk, run. None of that worked for me. And the reason is it was the nutrition piece. When I would try a diet, you're telling me what I have to eat. that doesn't work for me because there's certain things that I like and certain things that I don't like. But when the 21-day fix came along, Autumn created a system to where I could eat what I want, and I just had to portion it. And of course, I had to cut back on the sauces and the seasonings. But now, for me, every single day, I'm eating my favorite meal. Right? So for breakfast, it's my favorite breakfast meal. For lunch, it's my favorite lunch. For snack, it's my favorite snack. For Shakeology, it's my favorite flavor of Shakeology. I wasn't condensed to just eating 6 nuts, 3 walnuts, a strawberry stem, an egg white.
I love those strawberries.
Yeah, it's like, you know, and that's how some of these nutrition plans are when you look at what's on the market today. And so for me, that was like critical, and it made me want to keep doing the program. It made me want to follow.
So let me ask, maybe Keith, you can jump in too. For you guys, both working guys, you have jobs, obviously. How do you incorporate it through your day? So how do you know, it's one thing in the morning, they're there, you come to work, so you're not eating at home, dinner, I don't know where you are. How do you make that work?
For me, it was super easy to learn. Like, from the moment, like, I think it took me maybe a week and a half to kind of get an idea of like the portion control. And after that, I'm on automatic. Like, now I don't really have to, like, you know, portion out everything. I have a visual size of what I should be eating. So the process of it training you to portion, you know, just based on eyesight is pretty good.
I have to say, real quick, sorry to cut you off, but that's amazing because that's exactly what the goal is. Break the bad habit, create new ones, and to not feel tied to those for the rest of your life, but to learn it and see it so that whether you're at a restaurant eating or at a friend's house and they've made something, just because they put X amount on your plate, you know, okay, well, that steak is 12 ounces, but I'm not supposed to have a 12-ounce steak. You can see it and say, I'm going to take half home because I know that's what I'm supposed to have.
Yeah, and going back to the workouts for a second, for me, you know, to kind of answer the same question that Dion answered, it was just taking it 21 days at a time. So I wasn't worried about, like, you know, 100 days from now, you know, like so I didn't get caught up in the
because that can be overwhelming
feeling.
Yeah,
Exactly,
absolutely.
I didn't get caught up in the overwhelming feeling of that. So just 21 days at a time, make it to the 21-day mark, and then you start again. Then make it to that 21-day mark, start again.
Sense of accomplishment.
Absolutely.
So you know what's so interesting having these two guys here, and you know, the 21-day fix. There's this, you know, beautiful woman on the cover of it, and you know, I remember when back in P90X when that was first getting started, people thought it was a guy's program. Right? Like everybody thought it was this like hardcore P90X, you gotta be some tough dude to do P90X. And what we found were women were using it and getting tremendous results. And I can see the opposite happening with 21-day fix, that here's this beautiful petite, you know, woman here and you know, lavender colors on the outside of the box.
Right.
And you know, does it work for guys?
No.
And I would say, here's a couple, you know, manly dudes right here who enjoyed the experience, right?
Yeah.
And I promise you, if any man will accept the challenge to work out with Autumn, on day 1, you will not be able to sit on the toilet. You will go home and you will
something to look
literally
forward to.
flop on the toilet and the back will go, you know, it'll rattle. Because I almost got put out over it, I know. So I went home, my wife was like, oh no, this is not gonna work.
She's a beast. She's a beast. Don't let the little stature fool you.
That's right.
She's nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I remember, Michael, on day 1, reevaluating my life. I remember, like, after day 1, sitting on the weight bench and just with my head in between my knees, and everyone was trying to talk to me, but I was just like, no. And all I could think was, man, I got a wife already. She loves me. My kids are good looking. What do I want to lose weight for? I had to remind myself, like, what am I here for? You know, because I was so, like, exhausted and so beat.
And when did you pass that state? So when in the 21 days do you go from, please make this stop, to, I can't wait till tomorrow?
Day 5 is my breakthrough.
Yeah.
After day 5 is when you kind of start to like the soreness. When you wake up in the morning, you're like, oh yeah, I feel it. You know, it feels good. But for me, day 1 through 4 are going to be the hardest days. Like Keith said, day 2 is really, really when the soreness that's when it kicks in. That's when you realize you're doing something that's probably going to change your life.
And how about for you, Keith?
For me, it was seeing the results after the 21 days. You know, so like the soreness was good. I had been sore before from other workouts, but seeing the results right there in the flesh,
Do you
seeing the results was proof.
do you guys remember what was your very first 21-day weight loss? Do you remember?
16, I believe.
Oh,
In 21 days, what was yours?
For me, in 21 days, I lost 22 pounds. Or 21 pounds.
21 pounds.
21 pounds in 21 days. That was a pound a day. And so, to be honest, when I was doing those workouts, if I didn't lose a pound a day, I'd have been back reevaluating my life again.
She's like, I gotta work harder.
Autumn, I have a question for you.
Yes.
So you work hard, you've done this for years, now we put together this program. What does it feel like for you
Oh, man, you're
when
gonna
you
get me.
see two guys like this sitting next to you?
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna hold it back.
Oh.
It's amazing for me because I got to watch them from day one and see their interview tapes. And what Dan didn't tell you is he literally came into the interview and said, it's this or gastric bypass surgery. And I sat there watching it, horrified that a 29-year-old felt like there was no hope left but to do a life-threatening surgery
That's right.
to lose weight when I know I know it sounds so complicated and everybody's like, I've tried everything, but it's really not. Move your body and eat in the right sizes, and it happens. So see, I said this the other night on the chat with the coaches. I said, if nobody buys it, not one person picks up the phone, him,
Right.
him,
Already success.
and Anna, and Miss Mary,
yeah.
I am more than happy I've accomplished something huge, and that's something I can take back to my son and say, this is why mommy works so much, but look what I got to help with.
That's right. That's fantastic.
So it's amazing for me.
Before
hate
we
you
started
guys,
the
but always
interview,
make me
I told Autumn that my goal was to make her cry.
And he did
I
it, of course. Thank you.
Anyway, interview over. No. Anyway, Dion, Keith, thank you guys so much. You guys, just congratulations. You're really an inspiration to so many other people. So
That's right.
Thank you,
great.
sir.
Keep it up, guys. Keep up the
All
good
right.
work.
I'm breaking handshakes.
Oh, so